evening, everyone, and welcome to the graduating class of 2025 Senior Recognition Night. We want to welcome the family, friends, faculty, and community members that are present here. This evening is entitled an awards ceremony or a recognition, but is more in fact a celebration of all the overall achievements and accomplishments of all the seniors that have made the effort and strive to graduate from the high school. Right now, I want all the seniors to stand up, turn around, and wave to the crowd back there, your family members. One big memory of your class is that you're the last senior class to attend and graduate from the Mitchell Senior High School old building. I hear some of you saying some comments and adjectives towards that, but think about the opportunities that are ahead for those behind you at the new school. When we talk about success in life, it's the ability to achieve our goals in whatever they may be. Even if you don't stand up on the stage tonight, if you don't have your name recognized, you are an achievement. You have strived to graduate from high school, and that is a goal that you have met and to be proud of. Some students will start a post-secondary journey to a technical college or university, and others will join our armed forces or enter the workforce. All of you are to be celebrated in every way. Ms. Olson, up here with myself from the guidance office, we want to make every one of you feel that tonight is very important for you and for your future. We want to thank all the individuals, businesses, agencies, and universities for attending tonight to recognize the students and provide them with their scholarships to assist them as they move forward from graduation. I'm going to move on to the speaker. This is an interesting one for me because if you look in your program, it says Carson Max. Yes, he is my son. He graduated from Mitchell Senior High School in 2019. While at the high school, he participated in various school activities that many of you participated in, peer mentors, HOSA. He was very involved in sports, including wrestling, football, track, powerlifting, and even ran cross country while he played football. Following graduation, he attended South Dakota State University to major in human biology, play basketball, oh my gosh, sorry son, play baseball for the Jackrabbits, and be a member of the Air Force ROTC program on campus. He graduated from SDSU in 2023 with a major in human biology, minors in chemistry, microbiology, and aerospace studies. He commissioned as a second lieutenant in May of 2023. He was granted an educational deferment to attend medical school. The Air Force is funding his medical school education entirely as a scholarship while he attends, and also he receives funding to be a student. Essentially, his job is to be a medical school student. He is in his second year of medical school. He chose to attend the University of South Dakota, even after being a jackrabbit. He's now a coyote. He married in 2023 to a nice young woman by the name of Taylor, who he met at college through another organization called Fellowship of Christian Athletes. They have a dog, Maverick. If you can figure that out, Top Gun, Air Force. Dog had to be named Maverick. And his goal and plan is to be a future physician in the Air Force. Will you please help me out in welcoming my son Carson Max for our guest.
All right. Good evening, everyone. First, I need to say thank you to MHS for allowing me to come here, Dr. Childs, Mr. Simpson, and then my mom. Before I begin, I kind of hope I slipped in the door without anyone noticing that I'm wearing a dog pattern polo with Captain America socks. It might tell you exactly what I was doing today in the clinic, as I was dealing with pediatric patients all day, which is kind of ironic, as most of you here graduating probably aren't even able to go to a pediatrician anymore, or maybe don't. But nonetheless, here I am, hopefully to shed a little bit of light and maybe leave you with one thing to think about. On a more serious note, or maybe not so serious, you might be wondering why someone who's 24, not quite 25, is speaking to a graduating class when my life experience is still limited. I haven't gone out, I haven't seen much. And honestly, I kind of wondered that too. And then I realized That same thought backfired on me when I spoke to my mom after she told me who spoke at the last few of these awards nights, one being Dr. Martin Christensen, a retired Army vet and a pillar of service to the community, but also of great wisdom. The year before that was Representative Dusty Johnson. So yes, I have some big shoes to fill of some great people who have spoke before me who have a lot more life experience than I do. But nonetheless, when I pitched it to my mom, I told her that maybe a younger person who's closer to graduating high school can relate to you all just a little bit more. So here I am tonight, not that far removed from high school, hopefully able to relate to you guys a little bit. So the title of my talk tonight, it's a little abstract, it might be a little hard to grab onto, but I hope all of you walk away with asking yourselves all the same question. The title of the talk is, Who Am I? As I thought about what to say tonight, I kept circling around one theme. You're all about to cross a huge milestone, and the typical message is, you finish high school, now what? It's a valid question, but it can feel a little overused. Usually it's followed by a variation of find your dream, work hard, and you'll achieve it. While it does have some validity, sometimes we forget about all the steps along the process, and one, figuring out what that dream is, what it looks like to accomplish it, but then also realizing life is a big, complex journey that it's not going to plan out what you think it is. Well, I thought I was going to go to medical school, and I'm still in medical school. The way that I got there was not foreseen the way I thought it would. My journey in college was not what I expected, let alone my journey from my freshman year to senior year of high school was not expected. So while these words might sound a little inspiring of working hard and you'll exceed, I encourage you to not let go of those words, but to maybe add a little bit to it by the end of this talk. Take me, for example. In elementary school, I would have told you my dream was to be in the NFL, be a professional athlete, do something sports related. A lot of us probably have similar dreams when we're younger of something grandiose and out there that seems great, but not gonna lie, it's pretty hard to be a professional athlete when you're 5'10", 200 pounds, not very fast. It just doesn't work out that well. Eventually I realized things didn't align, and eventually medicine came into the picture. So no, I'm not telling you all to stop dreaming, but hopefully I'm here to help you refine what it looks like to dream and what it looks like to get there. To find a vocation, simply a calling. When I talk about a vocation or a calling, it's not just something that you want to do, you find interesting, something that makes a lot of money, has a lot of vacation, or just simply appeals to the material side, but more importantly finds meaning. Often as human beings, it's very easy to set the comparison ladder in everything we do. Oh, I don't make as much as that person, or oh, they do this, they do that. But I encourage you to think about it more as, what is the meaning of what you're doing, and how does it fulfill your life? Whether it's going to a post-secondary school, whether it's joining the military, whether it's going straight into the workforce. How does it meet the meaning in your life, and what service are you able to provide to the others around you? I was very fortunate that I found the meaning of what I wanted to do very early. When I was 12, I went to the doctor for an injury, and I walked out, and I still remember the exact same pair of shorts and t-shirt I was wearing, and I told my mom, one day I will do that. Sounds a little out there, a little lofty, doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but nonetheless, 14 years later, I'm in my second year of medical school and had to learn a lot along the way of what that dream actually looked like. Most importantly, how did that dream fit a calling, a meaning, and what am I going to do with it to serve others? So, as I go out through the rest of this talk, I hope you guys begin to ask the question, who am I? What am I going to do? Who am I? It might sound simple, but it's one of the most complex questions you'll ever ask yourself. Most of us begin by giving our name, our profession, where we're from, maybe who our children are, who our brother or sister are. But I encourage you to know that you're a lot more than that. It's not as simple as your profession, and for a lot of you it'll be, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm going to name the university and this is my major, or hi, I'm so-and-so, this is where I work now, or some of you, it'll be whatever job you have in the military. While those are all inherently good, I encourage you to keep digging deeper. In today's world, it's often easy, and not necessarily just today, but even in the past, to avoid the deep questions. It's easy to distract ourselves with our phones, with the comparison game, with whatever hobbies we have, but I encourage you to lean into the discomfort of thinking about who you actually are. There's real freedom in understanding yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, and ultimately, your purpose. An example of this is when I met my wife in college. Many of those around, and some people in this room actually, would know that I was extremely intense, extremely rigid, extremely by the book, and often would lose sleep because I thought I always needed to be doing something to somehow serve the purpose. It took a lot of time, a lot of lost sleep, a lot of worry, and I realized I didn't actually know myself. Why was I working this hard? What was I doing it for? How was it servicing those around me, and was it benefiting those around me? And over time, that intensity has changed. It serves a purpose in a different way. That intensity comes out wonderfully in hobbies like working out, as sometimes letting that intensity show is great. But challenging that intensity in a clinic is a very different setting. Walking in to see a patient, how do I let them know that I'm truly there with great intent to help them, to do everything I can to try to help with whatever problem they have, whether I understand it or not. It's a whole different type of intensity, but it would have never began if I didn't ask the question of who am I? For me, asking that initial question wasn't actually me saying, who am I? It was meeting my wife and her bringing out and showing some of the things that I'm actually not that good at and probably still not that good at. But nonetheless, it's a starting point. So, to go about answering the question, who am I? Let me propose to you 3 ways to begin. Number 1, self-awareness. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? As I stand up here right now, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous, a little bit feeling like an imposter, standing in front of a group of students who I'm not that much older than, and standing in front of a larger group of adults who I definitely am not older than. Nonetheless, how am I going to handle it? That's part 2, self-regulation. What should I do with these thoughts and feelings? Do I cave in? Do I decide to walk off? Do I let the nerves give in and stutter and stammer? Or do I trust that just because I'm feeling it or thinking it, that it's only part of the equation and there's a lot more to it? The third thing, humility. Am I willing to admit when I fall short? Can I stand up here and say that I'm probably not the best speaker in the world? Absolutely. That's just a small example of walking through that process of how I'm engaging with reality at this present moment. Something you all have to do at any given point in time, and more so as you go from a big leap of high school and beyond. Often this can be labeled as discernment, and without taking you on a big moral or philosophical journey back to Aristotle and Socrates, I hope you realize that these 3 questions or these 3 principles followed after who am I can become a cornerstone in building more about who you are and finding the service you can provide to everyone. So now how do I apply this to my life? I'm graduating high school. For some of you, it's pretty clear what you're going to do. For others, it's not. Start with the question simply, who am I? Wrestle with it. It's going to be uncomfortable. Some of you might think you know the answer already, but I encourage you to keep leaning into it. I turned 25 in just over a week, and I'll still tell you, I don't know completely who I am. I would be lying to say if I knew all of my shortcomings, all of my blind spots, all of the things I'm good or not good at, and that's okay. That's where the part 3 of humility comes in, and something I encourage you all to be upfront with individually, but also that's where friends, family, mentors all come in. So nonetheless, it's a starting point. Lean into it and say, this is where I'm starting. And so, class of 2025, I hope you realize I've left you with an abstract question, but one that, once you begin to wrestle with, opens up a broader door, a cornerstone, a harvest that keeps on giving. I encourage you to find peace in the process of discovering exactly who you are, what you're meant to do, and the purpose you're meant to serve. To all of you who are graduating, congrats. To all of you who are receiving awards tonight, congratulations. And to all of you who are deciding to enter into military service, I extend a special thank you to you all. May God bless you all, and may each of you discover exactly who you are.
Thank you, Carson, and I can very much so attest to you as Dr. Childs laughed and nodded his head. He was a challenging and continues to be a challenging individual. Next thing we want to talk about is our military awards, and for that recognition, I'd like our three military recipients to come up here. Dawson Ward, Kane Grigowski, Taylor Liddicky. As they're coming up here, I want to share something with you. The Vietnam War ended on April 30th, 1975, 50 years ago. I'm at the point in my life where I'm going through my parents' things, and I found my father's draft notice, his selective service draft notice, where he was to go and what he was supposed to do. His class went, they all went, and my father stood there, and he was told that he was a permanent reject. They hollered it out amongst all of those around them, men standing there in their underwear, scared to death, knowing that they were going to serve in the war. He was embarrassed, he was ashamed, he was ridiculed because he was a permanent reject because of a heart defect. And he carried a lot of guilt that he was unable to serve his country at that time. At that time, it was never a choice back in Vietnam to go. And many of you are wondering, why do I mention that? Yes, it was 50 years ago. Many of the stories of family members in the military and their service, many of you here have those stories and those memories. We have three young individuals of the class of 2025 standing up here, and Ms. Olson will be presenting them with something from the guidance office and also in recognition for them. These three students are choosing to serve their country. Nobody is forcing them to, and I find that very admirable. They're choosing to serve their country. They have all the opportunities of life ahead of them, but they've made one of the great choices to serve their country. The first individual I'd like to talk about is Dawson Ward. Dawson came to Mitchell High School in February of 2025 from East Tennessee. He came to enroll as a junior. He come to find out quickly that he had enough credits in the required classes that he could graduate this year. So he is now a senior standing before us. On October 31st of 2024, on Halloween, Dawson enlisted in the U.S. Army Reserves while in Tennessee. He stated he knew his recruiter and saw it as the best opportunity for his future to serve his country. Due to graduating from high school this month, he's moved up his date, and he will be leaving on May 27th for Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, to be part of the 12th Bravo Combat Engineer Unit. He will be transferring to an active duty Army after 1 year. Please help me in thanking him for his service, and we want to recognize him. SFC Kylie Barrington was unable to make it tonight, as she's Mitchell High School's recruiter with the South Dakota Army National Guard. Tonight she wants to recognize two individuals who have displayed their dedication and commitment by enlisting in the Army National Guard, Taylor and Kane. These two individuals are part of the Army National Guard and have utilized the split train option and completed basic combat training last summer, and will head to advanced individual training this summer. Last summer, as juniors, they spent their summer in military training. They now, upon graduation, will leave again for further training. They will receive funding through the GI Bill to do their further endeavors. Kane is at Mitchell Technical Institute. Taylor plans to go to USD. They have already accomplished milestones in their careers and excited to see their continued future success with the Guard. We want to thank them also for their choice to join the Army National Guard. Thank you. I'd like our 3 academic excellence winners to come forward, please. Last week on Monday in Pierce, South Dakota, Governor Roden recognized 3 of our Mitchell High School senior students. Based on our enrollment and the size of our school, we are allowed to promote 3 students as the top 1% in the state of South Dakota. At that meeting, there was, from every school in the state was represented there. With our 3 students standing above us here, they are some of our brightest, but probably our most difficult, because in our graduating senior class, the ability to choose the top 3 was very, very difficult, okay? But this represents the top 1% in the state of South Dakota, and Mitchell is honored to have 3 of those students: Lauren Hofer, Rachel Ziegeldorf, and Brady Treves. Thank you. Next, I'd like to have Floyd Corzon, Ashlyn Reynolds, Addison Ellis, Lainey Forrest, and Joshua Machado please come forward. I can say from being in here at the Mitchell High School and in the Mitchell community and having my students, my sons, attend through the Mitchell school system, that they're being provided with one of the best educations imaginable. We have wonderful students that come through, and these are a few more examples. Although we look at monetary for college, because as parents and grandparents and as students, it's always a frightening thing of college because it has a big price tag. And any students that sat in my office for a senior meeting, I tell them it is the biggest shopping trip they'll ever go on. Don't buy it if you don't like it. Make sure you like the school. We had a Google form that Ms. Olson sent out, and we asked students to indicate to us some of the scholarships that they are receiving. It was a choice option for them to provide information. And with that, we have some that we're standing here before us that I do want to recognize. Ashlyn Reynolds, she went through a competitive process, had a tough decision, but has accepted a full ride to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln plus a $10,000 engineering scholarship. So. Addison Ellis, she's received a national scholarship to the University of Minnesota for $80,000. Lainey Forrest will be attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where she'll receive $64,000 in scholarships towards her education. I'm going to skip over Floyd, and we're going to go to Joshua. Joshua is going to be attending Creighton University, where he has been awarded, based on his academic excellence, $90,000. I left Floyd for the end because Floyd has challenged my writing skills without using ChatGPT. I know when they received my recommendations for him, they know I did not use ChatGPT. I know they had to think, wow, this woman does not know how to use ChatGPT because based on her writing skills. But nonetheless, Floyd has been very diligent in seeking out what he wants to do for his post-secondary. These are all validated numbers. Floyd has received a Quest Bridge scholarship for $400,000. I'm not done. He received a Gate Foundation scholarship for $400,000. A Horatio Alger scholarship for $10,000, and the State Elks scholarship for $4,000. Some of you are saying, wow, that's too much money. He's going to be in school forever. Actually, with those scholarships, they allow for him to attend graduate school to use some of those funds. It allows for living stipends for him, money for research, and to study abroad. Yes, he can keep the extra funds. He has set himself up in a situation to succeed no matter what. Floyd has been a true testament, though, about working hard and showing Ms. Max, how to fill out an application, how it can be. He did tell me today that on one of them, the $10,000 one, which we thought was the most, I want to say, arduous one to do, it keeps track how long it takes him to fill it out. It took 17 hours for him to fill out the acceptance portion. So he's earning his money on that. These are just some of the examples, and we will go through several others through the night, but I want all of you to know that all of our Mitchell High School students have worked hard for the things that they're achieving. These are some of the examples before you. Thank you. Now I'd like to welcome Dr. Childs to the podium as he will be presenting our next scholarship.
Thank you. I need to take the ramp. I've got bad knees and there's no handrail. So, my name is Joe Childs. I actually work for the school district, but tonight I serve as the chairman for the Carolyn J. Austin Scholarship. Back in September, I guess it was, back in September, I began a conversation with Carolyn's husband and daughter, John and Rebecca, and they wanted to establish a scholarship in honor of their mother after she had passed. So John and Rebecca and I began a conversation about the spirit of the gift. What kind of student would we be looking for? Somebody that would best carry forward Carolyn's legacy. And so we spent a great deal of time just talking about just the number of high-quality individuals that we have for the school district. And we've kind of settled on this. And we wanted to make sure that whoever received this was somebody who would really reflect the intent of what Carolyn stood for. And so the family's prepared something for me to read to you, so I'll do that now. And that is, Carolyn J. Austin was born and raised in Mitchell, South Dakota. She attended Mitchell High School and was part of the yearbook staff and participated in many student organizations. She grew up during the days of poodle skirts and 1950s music. She loved the Corn Palace Week because she worked at the Corn Palace taking tickets, seating people, and got to see the big shows that came into town. Carolyn was also raised by a single mother who worked as a waitress. She wanted to be a nurse or a doctor, and she attended Augustana College for one semester until life got in the way. She eventually received a scholarship from Sioux Valley Hospital to attend school and became an X-ray technician. She loved her job. She loved working with patients and fixing the X-ray machines. She was someone who was in service to others and found great joy in helping people. The scholarship is part of her legacy and is intended to support a student who also wishes to be in the medical field and help people. Now you have to understand, even though you've only seen just a moment of tonight's event, that we have a number of high-quality students here. You've heard about some of the numbers and digits that they're earning, and just you know that we have an impeccable student body with several of them with a perfect 4.0 grade point average and have done a tremendous amount of work. It is my privilege tonight, on behalf of the family, to offer this award of a $10,000 scholarship, and so I hope she's here and can join me on stage. Please help me in congratulating Amelia Gerlach. You have to give a 10-minute stemliner here for him before you get the award. No, I'm just kidding.
My apologies to those of you that are following along in the program, as I got ahead of myself. I'd like to ask that Ms. Gina Bilas and Ms. Heather Zins and Jackson Gill come forward. We're going to be doing our PE mentorship recognition at this time. If your name appears up on the next slide, would you please come forward to help us out?
stole my line, and I was gonna tell you guys to come up, so thank you. So for the last 4 years, Mitchell High School has had a program called Peer Mentorship PE. This class is where students can mentor and create relationships with students with more severe special education needs. We've had many seniors join us to play games and lifetime sports with these students. The seniors were not required to take the class, but wanted to gain more experience with students of different abilities. We have some that joined us when we first started the program and they were only freshmen. So it's been a while since they've been in the class, but for some, Peer Mentorship PE was the only class they had on campus, and it was the first class of the day. We actually got most of them to show up on time every day, which is kind of hard for some of them. And we also had some join us again and again and again, so that was really fun. The peer mentors helped our students with more significant needs understand the importance of physical health and wellness, emotional regulation, how to develop friendships, and learning many lifetime sports activities. Our peer mentors learned about diversity of students, how to handle difficult situations within a classroom, create bonds with students who are not seen within the school population often, and hopefully they had some fun along the way. We're very grateful, proud, and genuinely in awe of what these students have shown us and how they have grown throughout the experience. We want to thank them for building lasting relationships and showing the love and compassion they have for others. We still see many of these students saying hi to our kids in the hallways, and it just warms our hearts. So we have Jackson, who is our only senior this year. He is going to help hand out awards. So we have Alex Hauser.
When you hear your name, come up to Jackson and he'll hand it to you.
Peyton Hunter, I don't know if he's here. Yeah, you can go sit down when you're done. Van Long, Kaylee Mouse, Reagan Spurl, not up here, Brady Treffs, Lainey Thompson, Jada Stoons, Reese Amick, Ava Elison, not here, Grace Hempel, Cecilia Mendoza, Jocelyn Somerville, Marcus Talley, Grayson Peterson, and Laura Titzy. So thank you to all those students for joining us. We really love having you in our class.
Good evening, everyone. First off, congratulations, seniors in the class of 2025. I'm Jen Bradley. I didn't say that. Tonight I'm here representing the Mitchell Rotary Club, and I'm here to award none of you seniors this next recognition. However, you helped play a part in this. Rotary, every single year, gives out, or we ask all of you, everyone who applies for the Mitchell Community Scholarship, to nominate 2 educators, not just in high school, they could have been coaches back in the elementary school days. All of you can turn in nominations of up to 2 different educators that had made an impact in your life. And this year, my notes tell me 107 of you students nominated 62 different teachers for this. So our panel spent a lot of time digging through all of them. And tonight's winner, I am very excited to announce to all of you. But before I tell you who the winner is, we don't release this out into the public until June 5th. That's when this person is going to come to our Rotary meeting, and we make a big presentation in front of our group. They get a monetary donation to do whatever they like with, but we always like to let you guys know first, since you were the ones who actually nominated. But please join me in congratulating our 2025 Rotary Educator of the Year, Leslie Rylance.
Okay, before we get on to our presenters here tonight, I'm going to announce the Regent Scholar Diploma Program. So this program was established as an academic letter that school districts use to recognize graduating high school seniors who have demonstrated academic excellence through the completion of coursework. For students to be nominated as recipients of the Regent Scholar Diploma, they must complete the specific coursework, receive a C or higher on all required coursework, and graduate with a cumulative high school GPA of 3.0 or higher on a 4.0 scale. So seniors, there's a lot of you for this, which is awesome, but please stand and remain standing as you hear your name. Macy Alheiser, Connor Axtell, Brooklyn Bailey, Cooper Bates, Kaden Bierma, Sierra Blake, Ava Brannon, Alexa Chapman, Elizabeth Clement, Kennedy Eldine, Addison Ellis, Elise Foster, Kaylee Furst, Aubrey Gelderman, Amelia Gerlach, Max Hart, Grace Hempel, Lauren Hofer, Luke Yerke, Catherine Campman, Trell Culp, Bria Klingberg, Amber Kohlenberg, Floyd Corazon, Colton Lynch, Macy Linky, Josh Machado, Kian Mimic, Kellen Odell, Oliver Olgario, Katie Payne, Mackenzie Peterson, Tenley Peterson, Michaela Radigan, Ashlyn Reynolds, Ashlyn Raudebush, Brock Russell, Alfredo Sacido Santos, Lydia Schaefer, Abby Schnabel, Gabe Schneider, Emerson Smith, Addison Sprinkle, Janessa Stevenson, Jada Stoons, Cameron Swanstrom, sorry Cameron, Cameron Thielen, Sutton Thompson, Addison Vanderwilt, Lauren Van Overshield, Miley Weber, Carson Wyke, August Wenzel, Marshall Widstrom, Rachel Ziegeldorf, and Delaney Zoss. Quite a few of them standing up.
Please be seated. Certificates for that will be in your packets that will ask you all to stop and pick up your senior packet at the conclusion of the ceremony. Next, we're going to move on to the elementary school community scholarships, and each elementary school has sent representatives to announce that award. First, we're going to start out with Gertie Bell Rogers.
Good evening. My name is Isabella Barrington Steele. And I'm Nora Beats. We are fifth graders and student council members at GBR. And we are honored to present the Gertie Bell Rogers Elementary School PTA Scholarship.
If I were to describe this year's recipient in one word, it would be passionate.
If I were to use one word, it would be kind-hearted.
It's hard to describe this outstanding student in one word because of her frequent involvement in many school and community activities, while maintaining a rigorous course of load and maintaining a 3.9 grade point average.
For the past 4 years, this year's recipient has been active in her community, helping with and volunteering her time to many activities such as the United Way Snack Pack Program, South Dakota Salutes, and Habitats for Humanity. She also has been in many school activities: basketball, soccer, track, and National Honor Society, to name a few.
It sounds like her true passion is helping others and being around youth in our community. She has also been very involved with many organizations, such as Special Olympics and Big Friend Little Friend, while spending quite a bit of time helping with youth camps for soccer, basketball, and track. She has also coached Youth Soccer League, been involved with Pen Pals, is a member of Educators Rising, and has spent lots of time in Mitchell School substituting. It sounds like she has a great future working with kids.
Tonight we are presenting this dedicated and inspiring recipient with this award because she is continuing her passion for helping others and being a positive role model for children by attending the University of South Dakota in elementary education. It is our pleasure to present the Gertie Bell Rogers PTA Scholarship this year to Mackenzie Peterson.
Hello, my name is Logan Pilar-Sherwood. I'm in 5th grade and the student council president from L.B. Williams School. Tonight, I'm here to present the L.B. Williams Parent-Teacher Organization Scholarship. This person has been extremely active throughout her years at MHS. She participated in choir, green team, plus is involved with track, volleyball, yearbook, and became a member of the National Honor Society her junior year. Throughout her high school career, she has been president of the green team, an academic all-state award winner, has earned letters in volleyball, track, and chorus, along with being team captain her junior and senior years in track. She has organized a food drive, plus she has also volunteered with her church's service projects, the Mitchell Area Food Pantry, Avera Queen of Peace, and Avera Brady, along with being a piano contest judge. Another one of her talents is that she's played piano for 12 years. One of her teachers commented about her by sharing, "I continue to be impressed with her willingness to work and her can-do attitude toward any challenge, and her ability to learn from mistakes. She dedicates herself to a project or goal and is always completely focused to accomplish her goals." At this time, it is my pleasure to present the L.B. Williams Parent-Teacher Organization Scholarship of $500 to Amelia Gerlach. Thank you and congratulations to all of you. Have a great rest of the night.
Good evening. My name is Jay Stemper. I'm a 5th grade student at Longfellow Elementary School and have attended Longfellow for my entire school career. This award is a tradition, and each year graduates who attend Longfellow Elementary School from 3rd grade on are eligible to apply for the scholarship. This former Longfellow line was one that portrayed true line pride, dedication to academic studies, leading by example, and being a true friend to all were traits this recipient portrayed as a learner at Longfellow Elementary. This recipient continues to show pride in being a Longfellow Lion and is dedicated to her future educational plans with the intent to attend the University of South Dakota to earn her bachelor's degree with the goal of attending law school. We wish her much luck on her future endeavors. On behalf of Longfellow Elementary staff and students, please join me in congratulating Cameron Swanstrom as the recipient of the Longfellow Elementary Scholarship.
I feel a little bit too old to be presenting this tonight. Hi. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nicole Fear, and I am the director of the Mitchell Catholic Foundation. We are proud to steward the endowment which funds the St. John Paul II PTO scholarship, as well as the next scholarship, the Marilyn Pashong Memorial Scholarship. And tonight, I have the distinct pleasure of presenting this scholarship, which is a one-time $500 award. To be eligible for the scholarship, the student must have attended St. John Paul II School for a minimum of 2 years and completed the 6th grade. In addition, the recipient must have demonstrated active involvement in both their church and community throughout their high school years, along with strong moral character and a commitment to their academic excellence. This year's recipient stood out not only for her achievements, but for the sincerity and depth of her essay on what her Catholic education meant to her. I have also witnessed firsthand her virtuous leadership among her peers and her active presence within our local church. It is my great pleasure to award this year's St. John Paul II Parent Club Scholarship to Grace Hempel. Grace, we are so proud of you, and on behalf of the Mitchell Catholic Foundation and St. John Paul II School family, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to you and all of this year's graduating seniors. As you move forward into your next chapter, best wishes for a bright future, and keep the faith. God bless.
Good evening. I'm Ethan Driscoll. This is my grandpa, Steve Pichon. Each year, the Marilyn Pichon Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who exemplifies not only academic excellence, but also a strong commitment to their faith and their community. This scholarship was established in 2015 in loving memory of our grandma, Marilyn Pichon, who passed away in 2010 after a courageous battle with brain cancer. Our grandma was a woman of deep faith, quiet strength, and selfless service. She believed in the power of education and the importance of giving back and in living a life guided by purpose and kindness. It is in her spirit that this $1,000 scholarship is awarded annually to a graduate of John Paul II Elementary School, a place that helped shape many values that she held dear. This year's recipient truly embodies everything this scholarship stands for. She has demonstrated outstanding academic achievements and has balanced that success with meaningful involvement both inside and outside the classroom. She was a 4-letter winner in girls tennis and also served as a basketball statistician, showing her dedication both on and off the court. Her leadership and compassion shine through in organizations like Big Friend, Little Friend, FCCLA, National Honor Society, and Pen Pals. And perhaps most importantly, she continues to live out her faith actively, serving as a lector and gift bearer in her church, giving her time and heart to spiritual community.
We are very proud this evening to award the Marilyn Pichon Memorial Scholarship to Ellie Clement.
Hello, my name is Lainey Titsey, and I am here today to present the Tegan Titsey Memorial Scholarship. My brother Tegan was a freshman here at the Mitchell High School, but he passed away on February 28, 2024. He was passionate about his faith, welding, weightlifting, and music. This scholarship is given to a high school senior who is pursuing a career in counseling or therapy services. The recipients this year are Ruby Ferreira, Hallie Carlson, and Chaylin Preby. I'll read a little section from their recommendation letters that really stood out to us. In Ruby's, said she is an exceptional individual who possesses a strong academic record coupled with a genuine passion for helping children. In Hallie's letter, it said she has a willingness to put others first, and it's refreshing in a what's in it for me world. While we often only hear about the negative of today's students, Hallie is a great example of the good. And lastly, for Chaylin, as a citizen, she is concerned not only about her community, but for her peers, family, and the state of humanity. She works for the greater good and is willing to try new things and provide service to those in need. These students were selected for their compassion and desire to help others, and we are confident that they will be successful in creating a better future for people in need. Also, I have lots of free money to give away. And if you are a student who is going into welding, we did not have any applicants for that this year, but we would still like to give away a scholarship. And so if you're interested, you can find more information at teganslight.org, and it will be awesome if you apply because this is free money, people. You just have to spend your time applying for it. So we really encourage you to do that. And if you know someone who is going into welding, please let them know. Thank you.
Hudson and Rachel, please come forward. I'm Joan Anderson, and I'm handing out scholarships to members of First Lutheran Church, and these are based on church involvement and church attendance. Congratulations to Hudson Morgan and Rachel Ziegeldorf. It's fun to hand out several awards here. Next is the scholarship which is awarded to Carson, and if Carson would come forward, please. This is from PEO. It's a philanthropic educational organization which promotes educational opportunities for women through grants and scholarships. This $600 scholarship is sponsored by the Mitchell PEO chapters J, AP, and BK. The applicant must be a senior girl in the top half of her graduating class. Selection is based upon academic achievement, leadership, activities, and recommendations. Awarded to Carson White. Congratulations.
As Joan said, PEO Sisterhood is one of the largest community-based women's organizations in North America with almost 25,000 members nationwide. Our organization provides loans, grants, and scholarships for women through its 6 philanthropies. The PEO Sisterhood is committed to helping women achieve their educational goals. The PEO Star Scholarship, which is a national scholarship, recognizes the accomplishments of graduating high school young women planning to pursue post-secondary education. These scholarships are $2,500 each, and we have 3 local chapters in Mitchell, Chapter J, AP, and BK, which are represented here. And this is the first time that all 3 of our chapters have had a winner in the same year. So we are very excited to be able to award all 3 of our winners. On behalf of Chapter BK, I am awarding our scholarship to Carson White.
On behalf of Chapter AP, to Lainey Forrest.
And on behalf of Chapter J, Aubrey Gelderman.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Sheasley from the Modern Woodman office here in Mitchell, and I'm here to award the Make an Impact Scholarship. Modern Woodman recognizes 198 student members each year who have made a local impact through volunteerism and have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement. We are proud to support these exceptional students as they continue their educational journey. Tonight, I would like to award 2 of our members, Tenley Peterson with $2,500 and Laura Titsey with $1,000. Okay, congratulations to both of you, and
Good evening. My name is Lyle DeCrife, and I'm the administrator of the Mitchell Moose Lodge 875. And I am joined this evening with Jim Toohey, our current president of the lodge, and Tammy Hagman, the current senior regent for the Mitchell chapter of the Women of the Moose. The Loyal Order of the Moose was established in 1888 with the core values of helping our children at Moose Heart, the Child City just outside of Chicago, and assist our seniors at Moose Haven, a retirement community in Northeast Florida. Beyond those initiatives, our local lodge was chartered in 1948 with the same values to give back to our community. And with over 1,500 local members, we are a family-friendly fraternity and hold many events and fundraisers for our members, children, and the community. Moose International, our parent organization, has established the Heart of the Community Scholarship for high school seniors throughout the United States, and locally our lodge established a scholarship program prior to 1969, funding it by local members, serving breakfast on Sunday mornings each week. The breakfasts are open to the public, and the third Sunday each month the proceeds go to help our members' children and grandchildren further their educations. And this evening we would like to honor the students that are receiving those awards. At this time, I'd like to announce the winners of our local lodge scholarship program. The candidates must have a parent or grandparent that are members of our lodge in good standing to qualify. All of the scholarships are in the amount of $500, except the last one we will be awarding the local students that are receiving the Moose International Heart of the Community scholarships. With the support of the community and our breakfast program, we were able to give out 18 total scholarships this year to Mitchell High School students and surrounding area. As we have members with children and grandchildren from surrounding schools, we are happy to be giving 9 of them locally to Mitchell High School students. As I call your name, would you please come forward and be recognized and stay on the stage for a quick picture. The first one goes out to Brody Halls, son of Alan and Shauna Halls. Elsie Foster, granddaughter of Elsie Yunke. William Hagman, son of Tammy Hagman. Grace Hepler, daughter of Todd Hempel and Rebecca Stileska. And Grace has been a volunteer for us, and she's volunteered over 700 hours. Gavin Hinker, son of Clint Hinker. Josh Machada, son of Butch Machada. Brendan Wantock, son of Mike and Val Wantock. Olivia Gibbs, daughter of Jim Gibbs and granddaughter of Carol and Norm Schoenfelder. We had also lost a member of our lodge this past year that had been an educator all of her life, and her family wanted to sponsor one of the scholarships in her name. And this year, and the recipient of the Linda Whitney $675 scholarship is Kaylee First, granddaughter of Craig First. The Heart of the Community scholarships that Moose International give out, the students apply for during their junior year and are awarded during our fall convention. We actually had 3 local winners this past fall and would like to award those scholarships at this time. The first one was to William Hagman. He received $1,000, son of Tammy Hagman. Brendan Wantock received $1,000, and he is the son of Mike and Val Wantock. And Tenley Peterson received a $5,000 scholarship. She's the daughter of Josh and Janice Peterson. On behalf of the Moose, we'd like to wish everyone the best in their future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. Tonight, I'm here just to recognize the Exchange Club local winners for the month. As your name appears up there, will each of you stand up as I read them off? Lauren Hofer, Ava Brannon, Carson White, Sutton Thompson, Grace Hempel, Ellie Clement, Marshall Widstrom, Ashlyn Reynolds, and Lainey Forrest. They each received the Exchange Club Student of the Month throughout the school year. Lainey Forrest received the Youth of the Year Award, and also I was notified that she is the district winner for the Mitchell group. I want to recognize all of them, although they've had their own ceremony, I want to still recognize them tonight. So thank you. The next thing is the ACE Award through the Exchange Club, Tessa Bellin. If Tessa would please stand and turn around and face the group. Tessa's a unique young lady because she won the ACE Award, which is Accepting Challenge of Excellence to Overcome Adversity, to graduate high school and move on in their lives in a positive direction. I know Tessa would agree with me. When I first met her as a freshman, I would not think that we would be standing here today. But this young woman has overcome adversity and worked extremely hard to become the young woman she is, and she'll be moving forward in her education. Tessa also was notified that she is the district winner through the Exchange Club for Mitchell. Thank you, Tessa.
Good evening. My name is Linda McEntee, and I'm president of the local Mitchell Kiwanis Club. Kiwanis Club is a global organization of volunteers who are committed to improving the world one community, one child at a time. Most of our projects are community and child-centered. We give out 4 $500 scholarships each year to local area students, and we have 2 Mitchell High School winners tonight. I would like Hallie Carlson and Lainey Force to come up.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Liz Solenson, and I'm the Mitchell Bank West branch manager. At Bank West, helping young people pursue their hopes and dreams is one of the most important things we do. We believe investing in students is an investment in our future. One of the ways we invest in the youth is through our annual scholarship program. This year, we awarded 24 $2,000 scholarships to students across South Dakota. These students were selected for Bank West scholarships because they exhibit a high level of personal integrity, have a passion for community service, and possess the qualities of outstanding leadership. Tonight, it's my honor to present the 2025 Bank West scholarships to Lainey Forrest, Amber Kohlenberg, and Emerson Smith.
Hi, I'm Trevor Dirks with First Dakota National Bank here in Mitchell. First Dakota is the first bank in the Dakota Territory, so before South Dakota was even a state. First Dakota's been in Mitchell for 26 years this year. We award scholarships throughout all of our communities, and I would like to have you help me congratulate for exhibiting leadership ability, active participation in school and civic organizations, and demonstrating financial responsibility, a $1,000 scholarship to Macy Linky. I'll get it to her, I'm sure.
Good evening. I'm Jill Anderson, president of Plains Commerce Bank here in town. On behalf of our bank, I want to extend a heartfelt congratulations to the entire graduating class of 2025. We are proud to support the next generation of young professionals and industry leaders as they step into a new stage of life. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have set you apart, and today we're proud to recognize and support you in your journey ahead. We offer a sincere thank you to the many, many applicants that applied for our scholarship here in town. If I could, I'd be happy to award each of you. But this evening, I'm only able to award 2, each for $500. Criteria for this scholarship is for high school seniors who will attend an accredited South Dakota college, university, technical school, or community college. The student or their parents must be a customer of Plains Commerce Bank, and the application itself is based on activities, community involvement, character, need, and academic performance. The 2 recipients of our Plains Commerce Bank $500 scholarships have strong character in hard work, integrity, and community service. One was described to have a kind and generous heart, and the other said that they had developed a deep appreciation for giving back. One balances dual credits at the local college, MHS classes, volunteering, and shows her dedication to her part-time job, while the other runs 2 successful companies while still in high school, maintaining a stellar GPA, and has set 13 state records as a competitive swimmer, among other accolades. Each of these recipients noted that they are committed to making a difference, and that is something that we believe in at Plains Commerce Bank. I'm honored tonight to present our Plains Commerce Bank scholarships to Laura Titsey and Brock Russell. Laura and Brock, we believe in your future, and we are honored to play a small part in helping you achieve it. Congratulations, you have earned this moment.
Good evening, I'm Clint Greenway with NedVed Media, which operates 3 stations here in Mitchell: KORN News Radio, FM 1013, AM 1490, Q1073, and Corn Country 92.1. Every year we select what we call Elite 8 Academic Award winners, and we send out nomination forms to the schools in our coverage area, which is around 25 to 30 schools. And then administrators, faculty, or staff members send in nominations for students to be recognized, to be chosen to be recognized. They must have a 3.5 GPA or higher, be involved in community and school activities. And so we have 5 Mitchell seniors who received this honor this year. They are Lauren Hofer, Ashlyn Reynolds, Rachel Ziegeldorf, Joshua Machado, and Brady Treffs.
Thank you to them. As one of the people in working on that scholarship, for some of you that don't know, a 36 on an ACT is perfect, which is an anomaly. If you didn't have a 31 on your ACT, we, through our criteria, through Mr. Steamson's stuff, we weren't even able to consider nominating. The criteria came down to if you had an A-. We have so many young students that are very bright and deserving of that. We feel very privileged that we did have 5 students that did make that out of all the schools for that award. The next thing up is the Central Electric Cooperative Award. If I could have Amelia Gerlach and Sutton Thompson come forward. The Hanson County District Scholarship is awarded in $500 to each of them. And Tara Miller from the company was unable to come tonight, but wanted to make sure that they received their awards. The next award we have tonight is the Alumni Scholarship. The Alumni Scholarship was established in 1987 by members of the class of 1932 during their 55th class reunion. It was later added to by the Janicki estate. George Janicki was a former principal, and Robert Brooks, former principal, Memorial Fund, and by the Friends of Mitchell High School. We were able to award 6 scholarships this year in the amount of $2,000 each. If you would please come forward, and we will present you with your certificates. They are Miley Weber, Amber Kohlenberg, Brock Russell, Katie Payne, Ellie Clement, and Amelia Gerlach. Congratulations to all of them. Our next is the Tessier Family Scholarship. For the Tessier Family Scholarship in 2005, Evan Tessier established this as a way of supporting and encouraging Mitchell graduates to fulfill their dreams in post-high school endeavors. The Tessier Family Foundation Scholarship is worth $2,500 per year to every recipient, dispersed over 4 years of study. So essentially, those whose names are called tonight are eligible to receive $10,000 each. I'm sure you agree that 10,000 times 4 is 40,000. So in a few moments, there'll be $40,000 awarded in scholarships. Evan was very excited about anticipation of meeting the many scholarship winners over the years, but unfortunately, he passed away a few months prior to the announcement of the very first Tessier Family Foundation Scholarship. However, the family holds his dreams and continues to do this scholarship in his honor. We're asking the following recipients to come forward to receive the Tessier Family Foundation Scholarship: Aubrey Gelderman, Brock Russell, Sutton Thompson, and Miley Weber. Congratulations to those students. Next, I'd like to turn it over to our universities. They have here with them tonight, starting out with Augustana, they'll be going through and talking about the different students that are receiving various scholarships from their universities that they plan on attending. Some of you might say, well, I don't know if my child is going to that university. They might be undecided. They still want to award those certificates to you. At the end of the night tonight, one of the things the students will receive in their packets is a listing of where all their classmates have indicated their intentions of going to school, joining the military, the workforce, or whatever it may be. So that is something they will receive in their packets at the end of the night also.
Hello, my name's Dan McGee, and I am the admissions counselor over at Augustana that has the privilege of being able to work with the Mitchell class of 2025. First off, I want to congratulate you guys. I know graduating high school can be a very challenging thing at some points, so I just want to congratulate you guys, no matter where your first year journey may take you, whether it's a 2-year or military, 4-year, whatever your journey takes you. Just want to congratulate you guys, and you guys should be proud of all the hard work and effort and everything that you have done to put yourself in this situation right now. I have 8 students here from Mitchell High School who have indicated to me that they will be attending Augustana next year, and I just want to honor those students at this time. As I call your name, come up and I will give you your certificate of the scholarship that you've earned at Augustana. So the first one will be Hallie Carlson. Amelia Gerlach. Max Hart. Bailey Lopez Morales. Oliver Olegario. Marcus Talley. Sutton Thompson. Tristan Zimmer. Let's give all these guys a round of applause again if you could. Thank you very much and have a good rest of your night.
Good evening. My name is Cooper Freiberger, an admissions counselor with the University of South Dakota. On behalf of the University of South Dakota, I am pleased to announce and recognize the Mitchell High School seniors that have earned a scholarship with the university. Abby Schnell for the Coyote Beginnings Scholarship and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Alexa Chapman for the Coyote Beginnings Scholarship, USD Valedictorian Scholarship, and the South Dakota Freedom Scholarship. Amber Kohlenberg for the Coyote Beginnings Scholarship and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Brock Russell for the Coyote Beginnings Scholarship and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Broden Scholes for the Coyotes Beginning Scholarship and the Music Talent Scholarship. Cameron Swanstorm for the Coyote Beginning Scholarship, USD Valedictorian Scholarship, Rollins Scholarship, and the USD School of Law Honors Scholar. Ciara Blake for the Coyote Beginning Scholarship and the Music Talent Scholarship. Emerson Smith for the Coyotes Beginning Scholarship, Legacy Scholarship, and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Grace Basinger for the Coyotes Beginning Scholarship, South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Jadea Stuens for the Coyote Beginning Scholarship and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Jaya Baummuller for the Coyotes Beginning Scholarship. Jordan King for the Coyote Beginnings Scholarship and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Julia Miller for the Coyote Beginnings Scholarship. Kian Mimmack for the Coyote Beginnings Scholarship. Kiana Kelly for the Coyotes Beginnings Scholarship. Lydia Schaefer, Coyotes Beginnings Scholarship. Mackenzie Peterson, Coyote Beginnings Scholarship, and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Miley Weber, Coyote Beginnings Scholarship, and the South Dakota Dual Credit Scholarship. Taylor Ledicki, Coyote Beginnings Scholarship. Terrell Kaup, Coyote Beginnings Scholarship. William Hagman, Coyote Beginnings Scholarship, and the Coyote Legacy Scholarship. Congratulations to these students. We are excited to have you consider the University of South Dakota in your college search and hope that you join the Coyote family this fall. Congratulations again, and best of luck with the rest of your senior year.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Seth Conley, and I work as the coordinator for recruitment at South Dakota State University. It's my distinct honor to present the following 23 students with their scholarships to SDSU for their outstanding hard work over the last 4 years. So as I call your name, please come to the stage, and we'll remain on stage, the whole group, until the end here. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, as well as the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, Cooper Bates. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Grace Basinger. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship and the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, Caden Bierma. Receiving the Distinguished Scholars Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Ava Brannon. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Ava Elison. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, as well as the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, Kaylee Fierst. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Aubrey Gelderman. Receiving the Arlo and Barbara DeCry Scholarship, as well as the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, Lauren Hofer. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Robert Hughes. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Brody Holes. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Luke Yerke. Receiving the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, as well as the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Kellen Odell. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Sean Peets. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Ashlyn Raudebush. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Gabe Schneider. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Janessa Stevenson. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Jada Stoons. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, as well as the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, Caden Turner. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, as well as the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, Addison Vanderwilt. Receiving the Distinguished Scholars Yellow and Blue Scholarship, Carson Wyke. Receiving the Stephen Briggs Scholarship and the John F. and Leela Sanford Scholarship, Marshall Widstrom. Receiving the Lower Scholars Scholarship, as well as the James E. Fergun Scholarship, Rachel Ziegeldorf. Receiving the Yellow and Blue Scholarship, as well as the Jackrabbit Journey Dual Credit Scholarship, Delaney Zoss. Congratulations to each of those scholarship awardees, as well as the entirety of the Mitchell senior class. We're excited to see you guys on campus here this fall.
Good evening. I am Rachel Giblin. I am the Missions Counselor at Dakota Wesleyan University that serves Mitchell High School. And this is Corbin Kramer. He is our Performing Arts Recruiter at DWU. We are excited for the following students to join us in the fall. Will each student please come forward when I call your name? Hudson Borgen, receiving Presidential Leadership and Dual Credit Scholarship. Keith Buckles, receiving Tiger Impact and Alumni Family Scholarship. Lauren Duvier, receiving Tiger and Performing Arts Scholarship. Elise Foster, receiving John Wesley Performing Arts and Dual Credit Scholarship. Dax Gukeisen, receiving Presidential, Athletic, Alumni Family, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Gavin Hinker, receiving Trustee, Athletic, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Andrew Hirsch, receiving a Trustee and Performing Arts Scholarship. Rachel Hone, receiving a Trustee, Impact, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Kaylee Kirkpatrick, receiving the Trustee, Impact, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Macy Linke, receiving the Achievement, Athletic, Alumni Family, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Kate Long, receiving the John Wesley, Impact, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Tenley Peterson, receiving the Achievement, Athletic, Christian Leadership, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Reagan Spurl, receiving the Tiger, Christian Leadership, and Dual Credit Scholarship. And Lauren Van Overshield, receiving the John Wesley, Athletic, Alumni Family, and Dual Credit Scholarship. Congratulations. Thank you.
My name's Robin Jacobson. I'm the Scholarship Advisor at Mitchell Technical College.
I'm here to present the Build Dakota Scholarship to some bright students tonight. Build Dakota is a highly competitive full-ride scholarship offered to the best and the brightest students attending one of South Dakota's 4 technical colleges. It's made possible by the generous donation from T. Denny Sanford, a commitment from the state of South Dakota, and the support from our outstanding industry partners. The scholarship was originally established in 2015 by T. Denny Sanford and Governor Dennis Dugard. The program pays for all of the expenses required to complete the program in one of the Build Dakota's approved high-need workforce areas. It includes tuition, fees, books, laptops, tools, and any other requirements for the program. In return for the full-ride scholarship, the student has agreed to share his or her talents in South Dakota by working here for 3 years. The value of this award, depending on the program length, is up to $38,000. If you guys will come up here and remain on stage because I want a picture too. It's with great honor that we present this full-ride scholarship to attend Mitchell Technical College to Jaden Abrahamson. Tessa Bellin. Landon Bolliger. Ethan Driscoll. Kane Grajowski. Haley Gregory. Noah Gruenstein. Corbin Keckler. Jared Roth. Ian Vaughn. And Brendan Wantock.
We also have 2 other technical colleges that were unable to attend tonight that have scholars that are receiving Build Dakota scholarships. The first one is Lake Area Technical College for Addison Sprinkle for dental assisting. Congratulations to her. Also, we have Southeast Technical College is also awarding a Build Dakota scholarship to Catherine Campman for horticulture technology. Congratulations to all you that are receiving the Build Dakota scholarships. We also have some remaining scholarships that we want to recognize tonight. We understand, Ms. Olson and I, that we sometimes are unable to encompass all of them based on the fact that sometimes the students don't let us know. If you listened earlier tonight, Carson talked about humility in his speech. That's an okay thing, but we do want to recognize and we do want to acknowledge those that have indicated to us that they are receiving scholarships from different entities and universities.
Okay, so a Northern representative was not able to make it tonight, so I do have the Northern State University academic certificates. So if you would come up when your name is called, Arian Bird, Shaylin Kundi-Preeb, Alex Hauser, Grace Hempel, Brooke Jones, Kimberly Portillo, and Laura Titzi. Okay, seniors, either we don't have certificates for these or they're in your packet, so please, as I call your name, just remain standing until each name's been called. Okay, so Caitlin Adams was awarded an Avera sponsorship for $20,000. Kate Ehlers is awarded the Mines Merit Copper Scholarship for $3,000 annually for 4 years. Reese Amick is the Friends of South Dakota Hockey for $1,000 and the Badlands Sabres Hockey Scholarship for $1,000. Hallie Carlson has the Miss South Dakota Organization Scholarship for $500. Kaylee First is the South Dakota Freedom Scholarship for $5,000. Grace Hempel has the American Legion Scholarship for $1,250 and the FBLA, my goodness, State Student of the Year Scholarship for $250. Lauren Hofer is the Touchstone Energy Student of the Week and was awarded a $250 scholarship. She was also selected to be the Touchstone Energy Scholar of the Year and received a $500 scholarship. Caitlin Johnson is receiving the Blaze Scholarship from Minnesota Moorhead College for $7,000. Kate Campman is receiving a Graduating Girl Scout Scholarship for $750. Taylor Liddicky is receiving the Sheriff Lyle Swenson Memorial Scholarship for $500. Laura Titsey is receiving both the South Dakota Freedom Scholarship for $4,000 and the Teach Grant Scholarship for $4,000. Abigail Parks is receiving a non-resident tuition waiver for $8,000 and the Morris Scholars Award for $24,000. Michaela Radigan is going to attend the University of Minnesota, and she received an academic scholarship totaling $60,000. Gabe Schneider will receive the Catholic United Financial Scholarship for $300 and the SME Education Foundation North Central Region 9 Scholarship for $3,000. August Wenzel is going to the University, Minnesota State University Moorhead, and she received a merit scholarship totaling $10,000. Marshall Widstrom is receiving the Dakota Corps Scholarship totaling $42,000. And Delaney Zoss is receiving the 605 Donors and Sires Scholarship for $1,000 and the Western Junior Scholarship for $500. Congratulations, seniors.
Congratulations to all you. The final scholarships that will be awarded will be the Mitchell Community Scholarships. This year, the Mitchell Community Scholarship Foundation is awarding $750 to each graduating student upon completion of their first semester of college. They will receive that. Please welcome Mr. Seamson, who will be announcing the names for the Mitchell Community Scholarship. As your name is announced, please come forward. We will get your packet to you. For those of you that did not receive your packet, we do have one for everyone. So at the conclusion of the ceremony tonight, we'll ask that all of you come forward to receive them. Mr. Seamson.
I'd like to say thank you to our guidance office for putting this together. So everybody give me a round of applause for them, please. The beautiful thing about that is I didn't have to do it, so that's why it goes so smooth, because if I was doing it, we'd be here all night. The 2025 Mitchell Community Scholarship Awards. So as Mrs. Max said, when your name is called, please come up and you'll get your award packets. Cami Alberts. I suppose I should say this too. Since there's going to be a lot of them, maybe let's just save the applause until the end. That'll make it go a little quicker. Macy Allheiser. Reese Amick. Connor Axtell. Jason Bamsey. Cooper Bates. Bentley Bates. Grace Basinger. Tessa Bellin, Caden Bierma, Sierra Blake, Landon Bollinger, Hudson Borgen, Ava Brannon, Keith Buckholz, Delanius Calderon, Briar Campbell, Hallie Carlson, Alexa Chapman, Ellie Clement, Jalen Preby, Dax Dukeisen, Trey Dagan, Arceli Drapo, Ethan Driscoll, Isabella Eldine, Kennedy Eldine, Ava Elison, and I'm just going to pause for a second to let the line catch up to me. Ruby Fiera, Lainey Forst, Elise Foster, Kaylee First, Sierra Gambiski, Valeria Garcia, Leslie Gothier, Aubrey Gelderman, Amelia Gerlach, Olivia Gibbs, Angelise Gonzalez Rodriguez, Kane Grigowski, Haley Gregory, Noah Grustein, William Hagman, Max Hart, Grace Hempel, Gavin Hinker, Lauren Hofer, Rachel Hone, Robert Hughes, Brody Holes, Tristan Jellis, Lucas Yerke, Van Johnson, Brooke Jones, Molly Jorgensen, Joshua Machado, Catherine Catman, Trell Kaup, Kiana Kelly, Callie Kelly, Claire Kelly, Jordan King, Chloe Kirchhoff, Callie Kirkpatrick, Bria Klingberg, Sean Knigge, Amber Kohlenberg, Floyd Corzon, Colton Lynch, Taylor Liddicky, Macy Linky, Kate Long, Bailey Lopez Morales, Sydney Maldy, Parker Mandel, Connor Madke, Kaylee Moss, Madeline Melmer, Cecilia Mendoza, Elise Myers, Callie Milkovich, Landon Morales, Diana Neva, Kellen Odell, Oliver Oligario, Coy Olson, Catherine Payne, Mackenzie Peterson, Tinley Peterson, Sean Peets, Ashlyn Polarize, Kimberly Portillo Arias. Belina Pryor. Noah Pudwell. Luciano Quigario. Michaela Radigan. Jacob Reichenberg. Brady Reiners. Ashlyn Reynolds. Caleb Rubidoux. Ashlyn Rodebush. Sydney Roy. Brock Russell. Alfredo Salcido Santos. Lydia Schaefer. Preston Shelsky. Philip Schleich. Evelyn Schmidt. Abby Schnabel. Gabriel Schneider. Avery Schneider. Jezebel Shattuck. Jillian Sinke. Brooklyn Smith. Emerson Smith. Jocelyn Somerville. Destiny Spader. Riley Sparks. Addison Sprinkle. Brody Stadelman Kerr. Janessa Stevenson. Jada Stoons. Cameron Swanstrom. Marcus Talley. Cameron Thielen. Lanny Thompson. Sutton Thompson. Laura Titzi. Sam Titzi. Brady Treffs. Caden Turner. Addison Vanderwilt. Lauren Van Overshield. Ian Vaughn. Kennedy Vilhauer. Brendan Wantock. Miley Weber. Carson White. Emma Wendelbo. August Wenzel. Marshall Whitstrom. Jameson Winkler. Mia Young. Rachel Ziegeldorf. Tristan Zimmer. And that concludes the list of the Community Scholarship recipients for 2025.
That concludes our ceremony for tonight. Thank you to everyone for coming. Congratulations once again to the class of 2025, and best wishes for your future.
Graduates, if you did not grab your packet, please come up and get it from Ms. Olson.